Yo, 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 peace and riches, blessings. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's your boy Burnell Washburn, and I want to share some empowering, vibration raising thoughts with you guys as usual. Today's actually my birthday, so I'm just feeling so amazing. I'm on cloud nine right now, having one of the best days of my life, and I'm just so grateful. My heart is flooded with gratitude right now. My new album, 824, just barely dropped this morning. It's on all platforms, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, everything like that. So I've just been like way stoked on the reactions on that. Like, wow, I've been blown up with messages of people like really resonating with the content. And that's amazing because I just had so much fun making this album. It came from the heart, and it was just, I didn't overthink it. I didn't try to appeal to anyone. It's all DIY status. I'm getting the artwork ready right now. This is for everyone that ordered the physical copies. Every single copy has a unique, one-of-a-kind art piece with it. And these are all pre-orders. These have all already sold. So huge thank you to everyone that's pre-ordered the album. I feel so grateful. Wow. Thank you guys. I've put a lot of heart and soul into this project, and it's just been received very well so far. So thank you. But that wasn't even the point of the episode. I just wanted to preface that and just express my gratitude real quick because the album release is going amazing. So huge thank you to everyone that's showing love on the new Prana Flow video too. But anyway, I know a lot of you are going through challenging situations. I know a lot of times get really hard and the struggle is real. I'll just say that. So I want to share an inspiring story that might really help your mindset a little bit through these hard times. So I didn't want to come in here and be like, look how happy I am and everything's amazing and like peace, you know what I mean? Because I know not everyone's having a blissed out day like I am, and this story I think will really help some people. So anyway, 1 year ago today, obviously was my birthday, and it was probably one of the worst days of my life. Honestly, I was just feeling so lonely, so sad. No one was hitting me up. I didn't get anyone messaging me happy birthday. I didn't get any presents or anything, and I was just like feeling really sad for the first, half of the day, just feeling really lonely, and kind of like, man, I must be like a terrible person if no one's hitting me up and all this stuff, and hadn't heard from my brother and my dad and all these people and just feeling really sad for a while. And then I decided to go, I'm going to cheer myself up and go to the mountains, go out in nature. So I scraped together some money because I was just flat broke. I scraped together enough money to get like 1 gallon of gas, like $2.37 or something like that, because I was on such a scarcity mindset back then. But anyway, I walk out to go get in my car, get my daughter ready, and we walk outside, and there's a tow truck hooking my car up to the tow truck. And I just wanted to cry right there. I ran up to him. I was like, what's going on? And he's like, yo, your bank told me to come repossess this car because you're not making the payments on time. And I was like, please, it's my birthday, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, sorry, it doesn't matter, I'm doing my job. And so I was like, can you please let me call my bank? And luckily he was actually pretty compassionate for a tow truck driver. Usually they're not. But shout out to all you compassionate tow truck drivers out there. I know the struggle's real for you too. But anyway, he was like, yeah, you can call your bank. If they give me the word, then I'll unhook it and you can keep it, man. And long story short, I called the bank and they're like basically needed me to pay him $1,200 that day, and I didn't have any money. So I was like, all right, I guess you guys are taking my car. And so he ends up taking the car, and I just feel really sad and really lonely and really upset and just feeling like I'm at rock bottom, like life can't get any worse. I just felt like I lost all hope, like I should just give up on this music dream. I should give up on this personal brand. I should just go get a corporate job and go back to doing some miserable job that I hate just so I don't have to deal with all this financial pressure anymore, and feeling like a low life and feeling like I can't even eat, feed myself, feeling like, man, it's just terrible. I always was able to provide everything for my daughter and like barely keep a roof over our head, but that was it, you know what I mean? I had this scarcity mentality. So I transformed that, and here we are 1 year later, and I'm having the best day of my life. It's seriously so remarkable, and I feel so empowered and inspired to see my own power and like how fast you really can change your life around. You can be in a totally different place 12 months from now, 6 months from now. You could be in the darkest rut right now, and in 6 months from now just be like in the best place beyond what you could ever imagine. And that's why you also need to have compassion for other people if they're in a hard place, because you could look at the biggest heroin junkie you know right now, or the biggest like just lazy person, or low life rock bottom situation, and 2 years from now they could be like the most inspiring motivational speaker you've ever met, or they could be running the most badass company ever, or totally like killing it in their passion or something like that. Like one of my homies just shared a story about 2 years ago. It was a similar story as mine about getting my car repossessed and then being able to transform that, and like look at it as a blessing in disguise later on. He was telling a story about how 2 years ago he was driving past the jail, and he's like, 2 years ago I got sentenced to 360 days in that jail. He ended up spending like 10 months in that jail, and he transformed his whole life around. Here he is. You wouldn't even know that 2 years ago he's in jail, because he just got back from Hawaii. He's getting paid tons of money to tattoo, because he's an amazing tattoo artist, so he's getting paid to travel and do what he loves. He said like being in a small little room, 10 by 10 jail cell will really make you want to see the world. So he kind of set some big audacious goals when he was at rock bottom. He said, I want to get paid to do what I love, I want to travel, and now he's doing that. 2 years later, he's literally living his dream. He made it a reality, and he wasn't afraid to set big goals when he was at his lowest point. So I hope that inspires you to, like, even if you're at a really dark, hard time right now, dream big, set big goals. You can be in a whole different place, like not too long from now. In a few months or 6 months or a few years, you could be just totally transformed. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that it was like, I had to like double check the calendar, and it's like, was that really only 1 year ago that my car was repossessed? Like, damn, holy shit, a lot has changed. Like, here I am, I'm feeling totally abundant. I got fresh clothes on, I got tons of organic, fresh groceries. I'm, surrounded by beauty all the time. I'm abundant in all ways. I've completely transformed all my habits. I'm doing my cold showers every day, going out in nature, eating no processed food, just healthy organic food from nature. I'm doing my, cold exposure. I'm doing my EFT tap-in, exercising every day, not making excuses or blaming anyone anymore, pretending I'm a victim. I'm telling a more empowering story, providing a lot more value to the world. I've stepped into a place of service from my heart, where every day I wake up and try to serve the world as much as I can, rather than thinking about my own problems and what's wrong or what I lack or whatever. I'm coming from a place of service, of who can I help? Who can I inspire? And that's because I'm taking good care of myself, and I'm like a lot more compassionate and loving to myself, and doing a lot more acts of self-love. And that's kind of triggering me to like, how can I spread more love and give this same energy to others? Because you can't give out anything that you don't have. You can't transfer energy that you're not experiencing yourself. So I'm first giving to myself, through meditation, through exercise, through eating healthy, through all these things. And it's empowering me to give so much more and be of service. And since I'm in this state of service, I'm providing a lot more value to the world, and a lot more abundance and prosperity is flowing into my life. I'm not worried about getting evicted anymore. I'm not, I still don't have a car. I haven't paid off that car that got repossessed, but it's okay. I'm still a beautiful human regardless of my flaws, my darkness, and my struggles. I still have a lot of light to share. I still have a lot of wisdom to share. I still have a lot of good vibes and positive energy to share. And I don't think the real ones are going to respect me based on whether or not I have a car or not. You know what I mean? It's just a tool that makes things convenient to get around, but it's been the biggest blessing in disguise I've ever received, because I'm, another aspect of my health is improved because I've been walking so much more, skateboarding more, riding a bike more, because I don't have a car. I've been connecting more with other people. I've been taking the bus more. My daughter loves taking the bus. She thinks it's super fun. I'm feeling grateful for the bus, meeting cool people on the bus, Yeah, I'd love to have a car, and I will have one again soon, but for now, it's just a blessing in disguise that's caused me to get more spiritual, Because when you lose all your material, and when you lose, like, you kind of have nothing going for you, and you kind of are giving up on your hopes and dreams, like, all I had was spirit. I didn't have money to go do anything, so all I could do was meditate. And that I just deepened my spiritual connection, where I got in tune with what was holding me back, all these limiting beliefs that I have. I was able to eliminate a lot of those. I was able to cultivate a more empowering mindset. I was able to cultivate better, more empowering habits. I was able to, a lot of people didn't want to be around me because I didn't have anything, and or at least I didn't, maybe my frequency was off, so that's why they didn't want to be around me, not because I didn't have anything, but like my frequency was off. And so people weren't hitting me up to chill, so I was spending a lot of time by myself doing self-exploration and learning more about what drives me, what do I really want in life, what caused me to get in this situation, how did I attract, allow, create, and enable this whole entire circumstance of like scarcity mindset, and so I transformed everything. And it's like, here I am a year later in the best health of my life, in the best financial position of my life, in the best spiritual position of my life, in the best creative position. I'm feeling like 10 times more, 1,000 times more productive than I've ever been. I can't even keep up with the amount of content I'm creating, like musically, and with these videos and the podcasts and the emails and social media and all this stuff, and everything's just working out. Like, I'm coming from the heart, I'm coming from a place of spirit rather than ego. Like, I'm not needing external validation. I learned to love myself and embrace my flaws and my beauty, and I'm not afraid to share the fact that, yeah, I'm struggling, and yeah, I got my fucking car repossessed, and yeah, I struggle, and whatever. I'm still a beautiful, awesome person with a lot of badass stuff to share with the world. And since I'm loving myself and I'm in more of a flow state, everything is working out a lot better. I'm getting way more subscribers and fans, and people are resonating with the stuff that I'm putting out so much more, and money's flowing in from all these different angles, from beat sales and from shows, and getting booked on dope festivals. And it's just like, man, everything's happening like exactly how I always wanted it to. But a year ago, I couldn't see that light. I thought it was over. I thought my music dream was completely done for. I thought, everything was just kind of like hit rock bottom in my life. And so I want to just share that message to inspire you that you can do the same with your life, no matter where you're at right now. 6 months from now, you could be a totally different place from now. You could be totally broken, and then a year from now be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. It only takes the right idea, the right execution, So you could be, and it's not just about money, that's just like one example, but you could be like feeling really lonely and sad and disconnected right now, and a year from now you could be like the happiest, most loving, kind, awesome soul you've ever met, and have all these amazing friends. Like, it doesn't take that long to turn our life around. We get so caught up in like the struggles and the pain, and it's hard to elevate our perspective during those hard times. But if we can elevate our perspective and look down on our problems from this heightened awareness, we see all of our challenges are actually blessings in disguise. Like Napoleon Hill says, like, every adversity carries with it a seed of equal or greater opportunity. So it might be hard to see in the present moment, but you got to trust that everything that's happening to you is happening for a reason. It's here to help you grow. I'm so glad that I got my car repossessed now. And it's taken me about a year to fully realize that, even though I had the conscious awareness a year ago that, like, yeah, this is probably a blessing in disguise. Like, emotionally, I still had a hard time feeling it, but now emotionally, I feel it for real. Like, I'm happier, healthier, stronger, more abundant, more loving, smarter. I'm going to make smarter financial choices now. I'm not going to live beyond my means anymore. I'm going to, I could have got a $400,000 house repossessed. Or they don't call it repossessed. They call it, what do they call it? You guys know what I mean. But I could have got an expensive house taken away from me rather than a $15,000 car. You know what I mean? $15,000 is not that much in the grand scheme of life and whatever, and it's just an important lesson. And there'll be time in my life where I probably make way more than 15 grand every single day doing what I love in harmonious ways that provide lots of value to the world. So it's an important lesson, and I know it's going to be a blessing in disguise, and I'm going to look back on it years from now and think and be even more grateful than I am already of how much I learned and grew from this. So I want to inspire you. Everything is happening for a reason, for sure. You might not be able to see it, but I promise it's here to help you grow, and it's honestly a gift from the universe. So I love you guys. I hope you just remember that, to keep believing in yourself, and you can have a completely different life in a few months or a few years, and Just keep following your heart, doing what you love. Don't let the voice of all these doubters and naysayers, and don't let your current circumstances prevent you from dreaming big. Don't let all this like tension and struggle right now hold you back from creating the life of your dreams, because you deserve it and you're more than capable. You have everything already inside of you. I guarantee you have everything already inside of you. You don't need any more money. You don't need any more help from anyone else. You don't need any more resources. You need to tap into the right part of your spirit and let it unleash. And then you'll have everything you ever needed. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Drop a comment so I can say what up to all the kindred spirits. And man, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this beautiful birthday, because it just feels awesome to be alive, and I'm so grateful. So peace and blessings. Also, go check out the new album if you haven't already, and we'll see you tomorrow on another episode of Creative Success.